Hi, I'm Donna from Lost Closet 12, and I am a part-time reseller on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, and today I have for you a flipped Friday. It's what sold from Saturday to Friday, the week of, I'm on my wrong page here, November 22nd to November 28th. So if you like this kind of content, don't forget to hit the like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have already subscribed, thank you very much. It means a lot to me, and it encourages me to continue making these types of videos. If you are already subscribed, you can also hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload a new video. So yeah, so thanks a lot. So we're gonna jump right in, okay? All right, it's just easy for me to write them down in the order they sold rather than sort them by the platforms. So I have women's chunky heel booties, size 10, green, fox, leather, just fab, Ulana, Western. They were just a chunky heel boot from Just Fab. They are not, I don't think they're real. No, they're not real leather. They were rewritten in August of 2024. August of 24. They were a bins pickup, and they cost me $2.89. I was running a clearance sale, and they sold for $6.90. This guy I've had for over 2 years, maybe 3. And let's see, it was rewritten in December of last year. It was a bins pickup. My average cost per item was $1.49, and it sold for a whopping $3. So I still doubled my money. We have Disney Princess Anna, and I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I actually forget. Plush from Frozen, stuffed cartoon movie character. They're just, small little plush dolls. They were written in September of last year. They were bins pickup. 21 cents was my cost of goods, and they sold for $3.45. And where am I? Here I am. These were just too cute. Youth size 12, Cat and Jack Kids rubber rain boots, red, yellow, pull on, waterproof. They still had their tag on them. They were written in October of last year. They were bins pickup. $3.58 is what my cost was, and they sold for $17 on Poshmark. And this is just, I bought it because it was weird. It was creepy. I liked it. So, women's creepy sweatshirt, small, scary, smiling lady, long sleeve, crew neck goth. I'm not sure of some of the other keywords. If you can think of good keywords for an item like this, please let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate that. This was written in September of last year. It was a bins pickup. 69 cents was my cost of goods, and it sold for $11 on Poshmark. This was just a fun little pickup from the bins. My cost was 35 cents. It was a recent write. June of this year is when I wrote it. I thought it would sell more in the summertime, but it just sold for $12.99. It's a J. Crew women's pink terry cotton visor hat, summer beach. Oh, crab embroidered. It did have a crab on it somewhere. There we go. There's a little crab right there. Crab embroidered tennis. And you could have used resort wear, vacation, cruise. There's so many keywords you could have used for this one. And that was fun. It was a J. Crew outlet, I believe. And this, I don't know what that was. Okay, Joyhound Valentine's Day squishy red pop dog toy, 8 inches stuffed animal plush. It was just too cute to leave behind. This took forever to sell. It was a rewrite in September of last year. It was a bins pickup. $1.75 was my cost of goods, and it sold for $10 on eBay. This, I was very excited This was a bins pickup. The Amazing Spider-Man coloring book, 1990, Marigold Press, Marvel Superhero. There was no pages colored in it, no pages torn out. There was some damage to the cover. I took photos. I disclosed that. This was a bins pickup. I wrote it November of last year. It was about $1.29 is what I paid for it. And it sold for $28. So I'm very, very happy about that. These are Lego Duplo animal replacement pieces, cat, lion, dog figures. These sold for $8. I think it was an offer someone sent me on Depop, and I'm really trying to get rid of stuff to make room for next year and, get things cleaned up and organized. So they were about 2 cents at the bins. They were written in October of last year, and they sold for $8. This is a woman's cashmere sweater, large paisley scoop neck, lightweight orange, and read. There was a small hole in it, and there was the hole. I almost missed it, so I'm glad I did see it, and I disclosed that. That was written in April of this year. It was a bins pickup. 55 cents was my cost of goods, and it sold for $6.49 on sale. These guys I've had for a while. They were rewrite in August of last year. Women's heeled ankle booties, size 9.5, leather, zipped, buckle detail, block heel. $6.12 is what they sold for. They were rewrite in August of last year. They were bins pickup, $2.80, and $6.12 is what they sold for. So I think I just said that. Women's medium cardigan, half sleeve, mint green crochet hem, lightweight and flowy. This I've had for a while. It was written in September of last year. Bins pickup, 69 cents was my cost of goods. And I keep losing my spot. And it sold for a whopping $3.25. I know some of these sold prices are low. They do not include shipping. The buyer pays shipping. And I'm moving out some old stuff. If you see, the lower priced items are stuff that I've had for over a year. So I am 100% fine with things going for a cheaper price. Wow. Clue weapon replacement pieces, vintage Mr. Game 80s. $2.50 is what it sold for. It was written last year in September. Bins pickup, maybe 10 cents. I think I just guessed 10 cents. And $2.50 is what it sold for. I just said that. Women's poncho sweater, chunky knit, fringe, bohemian gray knit cardigan, one size, maiden. Sold for $3, and it was a rewrite in November of last year. I picked it up at $1 a day, so I probably had it for like 3 years or better. And a whopping $3 is what it sold for. This is too cute. Decorative owl figures, shelf sitter, fall decor, sunflower eyes, pine cone body. This was some kind of resin. It was not like high quality with a lot of weight. It was just too cute not to pick up. And I picked this up at the Red, White, and Blue for $1. I wrote it in October of this year, and it sold for $8.39. I knew that guy wasn't going to sell for a lot, but he was cute. I finally had a Depop sale. It says men's gray coat. I think I might have messed that up. This is a Sonoma Proactive Ski Coat, men's small, lined, outdoor, gray, lined, pocket zipped. So this was a bins pickup. $2.08 was my cost of goods. It was written in October of last year, and it sold for $19.99 on Depop. Moving right along, Caterpillar. This is my last one, I believe. 3-segment, 180 return straight, 180 straight and turn. $6.50 is what it sold for. I picked it up. I wrote it in October of last year, I believe it was a red, white, and blue pickup for $2, and it sold for $6.50. Holiday time large llama drink pouch ugly Christmas sweater Fair Isle print. I picked this up last year. I wrote it in September of last year. It was a bins pickup, $1.96, $1.69. I'm getting a little tired and feeling a little rushed. Was my cost of goods, and it sold for $4.75. And that is it for this Flip Friday. Thank you for watching, and I hope you stay to the end. And I'm sorry about the glitches and my phone going off. But I am double recording. I'm recording from my computer too, but the image on my phone is better than what I'm getting on my computer. So it's okay. It's late. I was going to record earlier, but they were tearing off the roof to put a new one on, and that was so incredibly loud. So I'll catch you on the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so when you'll be notified when I upload my new video. Thanks for watching. Bye.